It's still rubbing minds. My name is, well, still Chude Judomo, Channel Television, live this afternoon. And, I said before the show ended that one of my favorite people in the world is coming. And so she stepped into the studio and said, you can toast. But let me tell you a story. Let me tell you something. I'm an old hand in this industry.
Okay.
And so 8 years ago, I think 8 to 10 years ago, when I was producing a new Dawn with Fumi on that.
Okay.
And the first time I invited you on the show, and I'd never met you before,
Okay.
and I was starstruck. And I called you, and then you came in. I called you on Monday. You came in on the Thursday. I think you told me, look, it's short notice, but I will come because it's Fumi. You came in, and I said, oh, I'm Chude. I said, how now? And you hugged me, like we have been eating, like we have been eating body and several since. And I thought, wow, such an incredible person. And I've met all kinds of people, over the past.
I can imagine.
So, that memory stays with me for a long time. So it's not even.
Remember.
Yes, I don't remember, And so I'm going to toast you for that. Last time I saw you was at, you were sharing water under the
Yes, and rice in packs.
And, rice in packs, But now we're talking about happier things.
Yes.
We're talking about happier things. You became a judge a couple of months ago on Nigeria's Got Talent, and it seems like you're having fun.
I am.
Tell
Totally.
Us about, right.
When I first started, I was quite excited and a bit nervous because not knowing what to expect. But it's been really an emotional journey for me, because
yes,
now
you cried with one performance.
I know. Well, that performance was a good one. So people thought I was crying because it was bad.
No. Of course.
No, it was. I've seen my face doing some white things. I'll not say the first part of it. Like, how was that? Anyway, but now we're in the semi-final stage, and you just look at people and their hopes are dashed and they're crying, they're upset because they feel that life is all over, and you just wish there was something you could do, but it's the show, and yours is just to judge and just make sure that Nigerians get a choice to vote the best out of the lot. Right. Actually,
I mean, you in fact, I just remember. I know the last time I saw you was actually at another company was doing its foundation.
Oh, were you there?
Yes, I'm on the board of.
So,
and so I was there.
Certified.
So you're incredibly busy. I mean, you're doing hosting, you're doing brand ambassadorship.
I do
So how were you able to find the time to do this?
Okay, we record sometimes for the talent show, and then when I'm not doing much, I try and get my hands in a lot of pies. That way, I'm not bored or I'm not without something to do. Because trust me, I'm putting this out there. Acting alone will not keep you. It will not. There's some dry seasons that last for a long time.
Right, so you need to sprinkle water on those.
You just have to eat. Telling you. So that's about it. I do MC. And I know Tokes, who is a lovely lady from the Wando Foundation.
Foundation.
Things like that,
Right.
I try to keep busy.
Right. So tell me, there was one show. How is it when you meet really bad? Because I remember there was a show where you said, "I find your act distasteful, and I find you."
Yes. That part was requoted for me in some paper. I think these days that said I detest and distasteful are two different things.
Distasteful that you said.
Thank you. God bless you for that. Yeah, it was distasteful. I mean, the guy wasn't even funny.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, fine. You want to come dressed like a woman? At least get the hairs off your chest. Wear something. And he just looked foolish. For lack of, I'm just.
And then he wasn't funny.
He wasn't funny. Only him laughed at his joke, and he thought, and he's look. They have this incredulous look when you tell them no, like
exactly.
You mean you don't get it?
Like you're so talented.
You shouldn't even be judging me. You don't know what you're doing. Watching Simon Cowell and the rest. Now I know what they're going through. When he tells them, like, man, don't even leave home. Don't even think you have a career in singing. Just leave it. Go and do wash plates or something. They look at you like you don't know what you're saying. And you're like, okay, sorry, I'm here. You're there. That's it.
But the idea of, I mean, this is the first time you're a judge on a reality TV show. And I've never been a judge on a reality TV, but I assume that it's almost like you're creating something. Creating.
Yes, I want to believe that I'm giving someone a chance to showcase their potential and hopefully make lives better for not just everyone watching, but for themselves and their families. So I want to believe that it's part of helping someone out, giving someone a platform, you know, especially the those that are not the musicians, that are not singing, that are not dancing, because those ones have lots of platforms already to showcase. You see the jugglers, the magician, the one who can skate, the one who can bend his body into two, the fire eater, the bottle eater. You know, those people that are off the cuff, they don't get a chance at all. So for me, I'm really rooting for them. Like, okay, I don't want to mention it. I have a few favorite acts that really excite me, and I just hope the Nigerians can see it and make sure that they win.
So do you think Nigeria has talent? I mean, you know, especially beyond just music and movies.
Did you not see a bottle eater on the show?
I thought that's witchcraft.
You see, for you go eat bottle, we will not say it's witchcraft, but once we do it, someone said it. Someone actually said to me, say, I hope you carry the anointing because some things are happening on that stage that are not ordinary. No, I think it must be a talent. You know, there's a violinist. There's a doctor who is a ventriloquist. You know, there's a guy who I think his name is Abdullah. So his body is like no bones in it whatsoever. You know, there is talent abundance. If you don't go out there, you will not see it.
Right.
I saw a magician on stage during one of the episodes. He poured water into paper, newspaper, and poured it back out. Water.
I didn't see that one.
Wow. That is on that show.
Right, but how is it interacting with the young people? Because you know, I mean, you know, it can be disarming to meet you for the first, and I'm saying it because you know, there's just no. There's
nothing. It's finished.
There's no
Once you see me like this, finished.
How are they able to? How do they cope with that? I mean, you know.
Some of them are surprised. They're like, okay, like I met one yesterday, and she's like, you're so humble. What are you expecting? Really, no, I'm asking you this. What do they expect?
I don't know, because you know, because I'm on TV every once in a while, so you know, maybe one or two people on the road see me, you know, and I mean, one or two people on the road see me is fine. But since when the sun sets, you know, they should open a museum. I mean, you are like looking like you're 14, but I'm saying, and keep your works, your movies.
You judge that you're going to go out. Someone said, I've been watching since I was 14. I said, so what are you saying?
Nothing. You look like 14. But you've been doing all these things for so long. So it's different with you. You've met all these people. You've done everything. You've done movies, the V monologues, everything. You've been there. You've done, you know, the soaps,
activism and everything.
So you know, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I expect you to be working on air. You're like, you know, and I'm
only. If only I could rise above this nation's troubles. Yes.
Right. So it's just, I mean, there's just nothing else you can do.
Don't expect any wings to flap out of my back. I expect me to take off in front of your eyes.
It's not going to happen.
No, you can see me one day, maybe eating amala somewhere, you know, like, don't be shocked. Join me and let's eat. That's
together.
Finish. That's me. It's all over.
Right. Fantastic. So Nigerian Idols is for how long more?
Nigeria's
Got Talent for how long more?
The finals should be in December. December, I think 15th or so. I'm not too sure. The producers should know, but it will end very soon. Just for me, the sad part is it's only one winner. Out of hundreds and thousands of people who have auditioned, it's so hard. You know, but that person has got to pat themselves on the back and say, yes, I made it through, and this was meant for me, and I just hope they get to do something with it.
Right. It's funny that some people have asked that, you know, I mean, in our entertainment industry isn't really expanding. You know, people say so, that, you know, there's movies, there's music, you know, there's dance, but then if you still want to dance, you still have to call Kafi, you still have to call Wale Roba or somebody else. But what industries are these hugely Nigeria's Got Talent would have done its own part to have trained them, to have improved them, to have given them confidence. They would have become superstars across the country. But where are they going to go after that?
Well, I mean, that's just the problem when you have a lot of budding talents. They're just waiting to explode, and they have no mode of expression. It's always a problem, you know. But hopefully with Nigeria's Got Talent, which is a totally different platform entirely, like I said, the others who are not singers and dancers get a chance to at least come. Hopefully somebody's watching. I'm like, oh, I would like that. I mean, there was a group that was in the auditions, I liked what they did,
right.
and I saw them performing somewhere else, and I called them for an event just day before yesterday or so. So hopefully somebody's watching. I'm like, okay, that would be good for what I'm having in mind. So we just hope and pray.
And corporate organizations trying to do things with their events to look at it and say, I can add that to
I like that. I like the look of that, and from then on, it's just word of mouth. Exactly. Chain reaction. Like domino card.
Right. Thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure to sit with you.
Right.
Nigeria's Got Talent. You'll see Kate Henshaw. You'll see Yibo Koko. People know Yibo Koko now as an entertainment entrepreneur. You don't know that the man has stayed
out.
With comedy before they started to do comedy.
Before even Night of Chaslam had a chance to stand on its legs.
It's incredible. Was there. And then Dan Foster.
He's been in movie with me.
Oh, he has?
Naked Wire.
He's done everything.
Movie title is lost.
Naked Wire. Naija Got Talent on AIT 1 p.m. on Saturdays, STV 7:30, NTA 5:30, UK on High TV 8:30 p.m. Follow on Twitter at NIG Got Talent, on Facebook, Nigeria's Got Talent. Thank you for the timeless Kate Henshaw. Thank you. Thank you to my guests to discuss Dangote and the drivers. Don't forget to be at the Leap Africa event on Thursday.
Yes, their 10th anniversary.
Yes, 10th anniversary. You know these things now, 4 p.m. on Thursday. Join us at YNaija on Facebook or Twitter. Send us an email, info@ynaija.com. Visit every day, www.ynaija.com. Same time, same station. Next week, Robin Minds.